Francis Ngannou got it done. Man, I'm so happy for him. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know how to begin this video. Well, you know what? Let's give praise, props, respect to Stipe Miocic. The heavyweight GOAT, that has not changed. He is right now, for sure, the consensus heavyweight GOAT. And, just want to thank him for everything. I don't know if this is his last fight. He's 38 right now. He's gonna be 39 in the summer, I believe. Maybe this is his last fight. And if it is, Hall of Fame career, legend of the sport. All the best to him. And just wanted to get that out the way. Respect to Stipe. Completely earned. But Francis Ngannou kind of dominated the heavyweight GOAT. Stipe didn't land much. He did crack Francis in the second round, right before he got dropped for good. But aside from that shot, there was very little to no offense from Stipe. Francis was poised. He was calm. He was collected. He was patient. He made Stipe come to him instead of going and chasing Stipe, which, I did a breakdown on the fight right before the pay-per-view went live yesterday, and I did pick Stipe to win. I'll be clear about that. I did pick Stipe, but I made it very clear Francis had a path to victory if he did exactly what he did. He was patient. He let Stipe come to him. He didn't force anything. My goodness, Francis clearly improved in this fight. From their last fight, which was January 2018, I believe. That's 2 years of, or 3 years of getting better, working hard. So much respect for Francis, man. The takedown defense, being able to sprawl, circle around, and take Stipe down? What? Who would have thought Francis Ngannou was going to take Stipe Miocic down? Nobody thought that was going to happen. And that's what happened. Landed bombs from the top. Landed a head kick. Granted, it was with the toes, but set it up beautifully. Stipe barely reacted to it. The initial overhand right, and going back to Stipe real quick, this man took bombs, bruh. Stipe ate bombs and just kept coming back. The first overhand right that Francis threw, where he jab, fake low, jab, and come over the top, that would have put 99% of the human population out cold. And Stipe just ate it. Truly, Stipe has a chin, man. But you can only take so much damage, bruh. The first round was clear for Francis. He looked phenomenal. Second round comes in, and you heard in between rounds, Stipe's corner telling him that he had to pick it up. He had to pick up the pace. He was just kind of, was just complacent. He was very obviously trying to, wait on Francis and try and get him tired. But Francis was having none of it. Francis was kind of the one that they both were kind of waiting for each other, but Francis still was able to land, even though he was still patient. Stipe was patient, but he wasn't landing anything. So Stipe in his mind, and in his coach's mind as well, they were like, dude, you gotta go after it. And going after Francis, Jesus, that's a scary proposition, man. And he paid the price for it. He kind of, Francis was the one setting the pace of the fight, and often the ones that set the pace of the fight are the ones that are gonna win the fight. So, man, just Just amazing. Shout out to Francis Ngannou. Um, I hope he celebrates, you know. But, as always, when it comes to the fight game, we got to talk about what's next. And what's next for Francis Ngannou has to be Jon Jones. The GOAT. Not light heavyweight GOAT, the greatest of all time. I firmly believe Jon Jones is the greatest mixed martial artist of all time. And for him to move up a weight class against a destroyer like Francis, I mean, this fight would be the biggest fight in UFC, maybe MMA history. Now, will it sell like Conor and Khabib? I don't know. I would lean towards no. But the stakes in that fight, Jones and Ngannou, I would say outweigh the stakes of the Conor and Khabib fight. You have Jones, undefeated, light heavyweight GOAT, 205 GOAT, moving up a weight class to fight this behemoth, this destroyer, Francis Ngannou, who is the newly minted heavyweight champion. This fight sells itself, man. I mean, if you're not hyped for a Jones Ngannou, fight, what are you gonna be hyped for? Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, this is the fight that needs to happen, and I hope it happens. Right now, Jones and Dana kind of went back and forth last night after the fight. It's unfortunate that money is going to play a factor in this. Obvious. I mean, if I was Dana, I'm giving Jon Jones $10 million to show, at least. That's what they gave Khabib in his last fight. This fight would do much bigger numbers than the Khabib Justin Gaethje fight. You gave Khabib $10 million to show, plus pay-per-view points probably. I would give the same thing to Jones. Now, I'm not Dana, so obviously I don't know what he's gonna do, but man, to take this fight away from the fans because of money issues seems outlandish to me. It seems crazy to me. It's bad business. So hopefully they get that fight figured out. And I'm not gonna lie, man. I like Francis's chances in that fight. It might sound crazy because Jones again is the GOAT, but let's break down this fight. The first time in his career, Jones is going to be the smaller man. That's facts. He's probably going to weigh in. Well, Jones tweeted a bunch last night talking about Stipe being 230. That's way too light. He shouldn't have been 230 going in against Francis. Well, so what does that mean? Is Jon going to come in at 250, 260 even? Is he going to try and match Ngannou weight for weight? Like, if he does that, I feel like he's going to be so slow. He's never fought with that much weight before. Francis is used to that, of course. Like, matching Ngannou's weight seems like a bad game plan from Jones' perspective. Jones should come in around 230. That's what I think he should do. And stay on the outside. Jones is very good with his kicks. Chop down that lead leg of Francis. Get him anxious. Get him try to get him to overextend. Stay on the outside. He's got that long reach. Granted, so does Francis. So that's another thing. Like, Francis has the 83-inch reach. Jones has 84.5, I believe. He has always had such a long reach advantage against people that he's fought. Reyes and Santos. The last two guys he's fought, I think they both had 76-inch reach advantage, or 76-inch reaches. So Jones had the clear reach advantage. But in this fight, 84.5 to 83, that's pretty much a non-existent reach advantage for Jones. So, Francis is going to be the bigger guy. Is Jones going to be able to take down a guy like Francis? He struggled mightily to take down Dominic Reyes. And granted, he did get him down, but Reyes, even though Reyes was gassed at this point, popped right back up. You telling me Francis can pop right back up? Now, I know Jones is going to be bigger, but Francis is humongous. Like, breaking down this fight, I don't see. I see a path for Jones winning. Again, stay on the outside, chop down the lead leg, try and weather the storm, drag this fight into the later rounds. But I don't think he's going to be able to drag it into the later rounds. Dominic Reyes and Thiago Santos both landed a lot of shots on Jones. Santos, with no knees, mind you, took Jones to a split decision. Dominic Reyes, in his first 5-round fight, I believe, I thought beat Jones. I thought he won the first 3 rounds. Now, it was a close fight. I'm not going to say robbery or anything like that, but I thought Reyes won. And granted, I thought Santos won as well. So, if those two guys can land with, a 76-inch reach, what do you think Francis is going to do? You don't think Francis is going to land on Jones? Oh, he's going to land. Now, the key is, can Jones take it? We know Jones has a great chin, but he has a great chin at light heavyweight, against guys cutting to 205. Francis could never make 205 pounds. Never. It feels like a different animal, man. If I'm Jones, I'm trying to get as much money as I possibly can, because now he's never going to think like he's going to lose, but this is easily the riskiest fight of his career. So he should get paid accordingly. So, man, I really hope we get that fight next. If not, people are clamoring for the Stipe trilogy. I don't think that's next. I don't think that should be next. Stipe, after getting knocked out like that, needs to take a year off. And this goes back to what I was saying earlier about this could be Stipe's last fight. Like, he's going to be 39 in the summer. If he's taking a year off, he's going to be pushing 40 years old by the time he comes back. So, I know heavyweights, they can fight longer because the power is going to be there. But, I really think this could be the end of Stipe. Like, do I think he'll fight again? It's hard to say. Like, if he's going to wait for the trilogy like he did, or wait for the rematch, which would be a trilogy, like he did wait for the DC rematch, where he just took a year off while DC was fighting other guys. If he does that this time, it's a detriment. But he has to do that because he got knocked out in such brutal fashion. He has to take a year off. But taking a year off, coming back when you're 40, pushing 40, against Francis, if he's still champion, which I believe he will be, I don't see how Stipe is going to be able to regain the title, which is unfortunate for him. But this is the game, man. It's a brutal game, and the young lion always eats the old one. That's just a sport. So those are my thoughts on Francis. Happy he won. Very happy he won. Can't wait to see what's next for him. Real quickly, I do want to break down some of the other fights that I talked about. Tyron Woodley versus Vicente Luque. Luque shocked me. I said in the breakdown, I didn't think he was going to be able to knock out Tyron. I thought it was going to be a clear decision, 30-27. Now, I do want to give Tyron credit. His past 3 fights, he really dropped the ball. He seemed uninterested. He seemed disinterested. He seemed, just going through the motions. Not really, he wasn't aggressive. He wasn't pushing the pace like Tyron Woodley normally would do. Well, this fight, he definitely pushed the pace. He was definitely aggressive. Dare I say too aggressive, though. Being overly aggressive allowed Vicente Luque to land a clean shot and wobbled Tyron Woodley to the point where he was using the cage to stand up. Like, he was wobbled. And, eventually Vicente Luque found the choke and finished him in the first round. So, much respect to Vicente Luque. He deserves a top 6 guy. Maybe a Michael Chiesa. I know he called out Nate Diaz. That would be a great fight. But I don't think Nate is interested. We know how Nate Diaz goes, so granted, I hope it happens, but I'm not gonna hold my breath for that. As for Woodley, I was calling for him to retire after the Colby Covington fight. I'm kind of in the same boat. I think he should retire. He's tainting his legacy with these fights. Granted, he did look good early in this one compared to just being completely outclassed the first three, but he got finished in the first round. Like, I think he should retire. And now moving on to Suga Sean O'Malley. Whew! Whew! My goodness. Suga Sean, you had to do him like that? Oh, my goodness. Dominates Thomas Almeida. Could have finished him in the first round. Tried to walk off. Ref wasn't having it. So, I think that actually helps Sean O'Malley in the long run. A lot of O'Malley's fights are clean first round knockouts. This was good to see. A prolonged beating by O'Malley. He took some hard leg kicks, took some shots. A lot of people were talking up how he always got weak legs. He's got brittle legs. You throw one leg kick at him and he's gonna fold. Like, he proved that's nonsense. Probably proved more so that Chito Vera fight was more of an anomaly. Kind of a freak occurrence. How the nerve just gave out on him. He took some hard leg kicks by Almeida and didn't really phase him. So I want to see Suga Sean against a top 10 guy now. Like, no more of this unranked fighter stuff. He needs to fight a top 10 guy. I want to see if he's legit. I think he is legit. I think he has phenomenal technique. He's a very fun, intriguing fighter. So I want to see what's next for him. And hopefully it's a top 10 guy. I saw online somebody bringing up putting him on the Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier card. That's probably going to happen in July. I love that idea. Get some eyes on him, some exposure on him, give him a good opponent, and let's see what he's made of. On the biggest stage, the brightest lights, probably going to be in Vegas, a sold-out, packed arena. I like that idea. So those are my thoughts, man. UFC 260 was a great card all around. Those were the three biggest fights on the card. They all delivered. I can't wait for next month's card. The Usman, Valentina, and Weili Rose card. That's going to be amazing. Can't wait to break that down. But until then, take care. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the notifications. I'll see you on the next one.